Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to use this Lawn Fawn Snow Cool stamp set to make my two mini slimline cards. As the winter is begin, so I thought to make my winter cards. Here I take out a white cardstock measure 6x3 as it is a mini slimline card. Later on I will trim it a little bit. So I am using Spun Sugar Distress ink for ink blending on one panel. As I am going to make two slimline cards, so I will take another white cardstock, same measurement, and I will ink blend on it with Twisted Citron Distress Oxiding using my blending brush. I like using my blending brushes, they make work easy. After ink blending, I will clean up my working space and take out my Misty so that I can stamp the snow on my panel. So on the green cardstock, I am going to use Evergreen bow Distress Oxiding to stamp those snow. As this is a mini slimline card and the stamp is smaller, so I will stamp it twice. This snow stamp is included in the same stamp set. After that I will put the pink cardstock. And for this I will use picked raspberry to stamp the snow on this pink ink blended cardstock. After stamping it one time, I will clean up my stamp so that I can reposition it on the cardstock to stamp it again. This is a very good way to stretch up your supplies. This stamp set is for A2 size, but I can make slimline with this stamp set. After cleaning up my stamp, I will put it back. I will also stamp both penguin included in the stamp set, snowman, igloo and hat on a white cardstock using Ranger Archival jet black ink. I will stamp it one and then rotate the cardstock and stamp it again as I am making two cards. After stamping, I will clean my stamps and put the Misty away. So now it's time to color the images. I'm speeding up the coloring process. It is really easy and I'm not doing any fancy coloring. I'm using two shades of every color. For igloo, I am using blue color to give it a snow look. But for the snowman, I am using cool gray color to differentiate both snowman and the igloo. And I will also color the inner part of the penguin with the cool gray color so that it won't be straight white. For the penguin's body, I will use blue, gray and black. I will mention all the colors in the description below, and I'm also putting the cap in the screen. For the snowman nose and the penguin nose and feet, I am using tangerine and orange for the shading. I am coloring accessories of all four penguins different colors. One would be blue and one would be pink. Other is green, and the last one is going to be purple shade, and I am just using 2 shades of every alcohol marker color. I'm not a colorist, so I keep things simple. I love to color, but like it's a way work. The band of the head would be red and rest of it would be black. And I also color penguins in orange, red and light pink color. I end up using just 2 penguin per card, and I will save the rest for the later on. I fussy cut them all using my scissors. I do not have the coordinating dies. Here I am coloring the rest of the head with black. I take out one more cardstock and cut snow hills using my dies from it, and I will put one side on one card and the other side on the other card. Here I trim down my panel. The measurement would be 2 3/4 by 5 3/4. Sorry. Now I will put everything on the card front just to see which image is going where, and where should my sentiment will go. For the sentiment, I take out Gina Designs Playful Penguin stamp set, and I will use a Winter Wishes stamp included in the stamp set. Here I'm just figuring out where I should stamp my sentiment. I will take out my Misty. I switched to the green cardstock first. I have no clue why. Same, I will put images on the cardstock and see where the sentiment will go. And to stamp the sentiment, I will use my Misty so that I can stamp more than once if needed. I will play a little bit with the sentiment so I can figure out where it should go. And to stamp the sentiment, I will use Ranger Archival Jet Black ink. I have to stamp it twice. This is where the Misty comes handy. And for the pink panel, I have to reposition the stamp. After stamping the sentiment, I will start putting together my card. For the last time, I will make sure that where everything will go, and I will use Simon Says Stamps Craft Tacky glue to attach the snow hills on the panel, and rest of the images would be attached using double-sided foam tape. As I use liquid glue, so I will put my Misty to give it some dry time. Meanwhile, I put a scrapbook double-sided foam tape on my images. Here I cut off the excessive hill part hanging out of my card. After that, I will remove the backers of the images and attach it on the front of the panel. I make a kind of scene that two penguins are making snowman beside their house. After attaching the images, I will put my card front on my card panel, and for that I am using a scrapbook.com double-sided tape. For my card base, I am using an ivory cardstock which measures 6 by 3. As my front panel is smaller than my card base, so it will give a good margin line. As I was seeing my card, the snow hills were straight white and seems empty. So here I am using a cool gray marker to give it a outline so it won't be straight white. I also give some shadows to the images so they won't seem in the air. As you all know that I like to do inside of my card bases too. So I take out Let It Snow stamp included in the same stamp set, and to stamp it I will use Wrinkle Archival Jet Black ink. And to finish up my card, I will use a gemstone. I will put 3 gemstones on the card, and this card is all done. Now I will assemble the green panel, and it will assembled in the same exact way. The snow hill would be attached with the liquid glue, and rest of the images would be attached using double-sided foam tape. On the pink panel, the penguin and the snowman are on the right side and the igloo is on the left side. To give it some different look, on the green panel I am switching the penguin and snowman to the left side and the igloo on the right side. Just removing the backers of the foam tape and attaching the images to the panel. Here I forgot to do the shading of snow hills and the images, so doing it now. For this card, as the card base is ivory, I will put white cardstock inside and then stamp the sentiment on it. Burnish the score line using my bone folder and attach the front panel to the card base using double-sided tape. And lastly, put the gemstones on the front of the panel. Let me know in the comment down below which color do you like better, the pink or the green. So here are my 2 mini slimline winter card for today, guys. Hope you guys like it. Please give it a thumbs up. Do subscribe my channel if you don't already have. Hit the notification bell so you won't miss any upcoming videos. See you soon. Bye bye.